Hey folks, Rob here, and it's a rainy day here in Kentucky. I just thought I'd come out on the front porch here. While it's raining, can't really do anything else, and just hadn't made a video in a while. My last video, if you watched that, was the little pocket knife that a seller from Amazon had actually contacted me and asked me if I'd have any interest in doing a video on one of their knives, and I thought, what the heck, I'll look at it. Um, but I did tell them, that if it was junk, I wasn't gonna air the video if I thought it was junk, and they agreed to that. They said no problem. Uh, it's a seller named Jellas, Jellas, and of course, they sent me the pocket knife to review, and it was free, so um, take that into consideration. But it is a $11.99 folding pocket knife, and the kind of in the style I would consider like a more tactical knife. It has a glass breaker, an EMT knife, or a paramedic, or law enforcement, something along those lines. Seatbelt cutter on it. Actually a pretty nice little knife. So, I just finished that video up this morning. Um, just coming off of a 7 straight days of 12-hour shifts. So in the last 7 days, I've worked 84 hours. It's been kind of a trying week at work. It's been tough, but I survived it. The Hatfield 410 that I shipped off, I actually called them today to see where they were at in the process of repair. Actually, I'd never even heard anything from them to indicate that they'd ever received the gun. They never emailed me back and said, hey, look, we got your gun. We're do the repairs, whatever. I called him, and basically he said yes, we did receive the gun, and they hadn't had a chance to look at it. And I asked him how long their process usually took, and he's like, well, we're not even giving out any projected times for repairs. And so basically I told him, so I guess I'll just see the gun when I see the gun. And he's like, yeah, basically. So they couldn't even give me a time, even an estimate as to when it might be done. So it could be a month, 2 months, 3 months, who knows. It's like tar, so it'll be 6 months. So anyway, that's where that's kind of at. The Citadel shotgun I got, they had already agreed to replace it and sent me the shipping label and everything to go along with it. And I received that last week. Sometime last week, he emailed me that. And with the long work week, I just had not had time to get the thing boxed up and labels and shipped out. And it just, with this shift, it's like I work, I come home, I sleep, I get up, I go back to work. That's it. You eat, sleep, work. And but actually today he sent me an email asking me, he hadn't seen any movement on the gun and on the shipping label, and was just checking on my progress to see. And I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean, they're actually, waiting for this gun to come back, and they seen it hadn't moved through the FedEx, and he sent me an email checking on me to see. And of course I explained to him that it had been a long week, and he's like, no problem, just wanted to make sure that we got you took care of. And of course, so there's your difference in your Hatfield and your Legacy Sports or Citadel. The Legacy Sports is the importer of Citadel. So there's your difference in your companies. Um, and I know I've went on this rant before, and we've talked about all this, and but you know, all these shotguns that come in from Turkey, there are some good quality, high quality guns made in Turkey, but there's a lot of lower end budget stuff that comes in, and it's all basically the same or very similar. What differentiates the guns is how well the importer stands behind those guns, and the availability of parts and service, and you know uh, that's what makes a gun. And I've had people comment, well, you should buy a more expensive gun. That the cost of this, the higher price of this gun takes into account all this and all that. Well, that's a bunch of bull. All companies run off profit margin. Hatfield sells their gun. I paid $236 for it. They're going to make the same margin on that as Beretta makes on their gun. These 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 manufacturing companies work off profit margins, and the margin that Hatfield makes is probably the same that Beretta makes. So saying that by paying a bigger price, you ensure yourself a better service, and that's not always the case. Case in point, years ago I bought a Heckler & Koch over and under 12 gauge shotgun. Had it ordered. It cost me over $800 at the time, and this has been years ago. Um, and It would shoot the first barrel, the one of the upper or lower, whichever one fired first, and it wouldn't wouldn't cock the other barrel. It was recoil operated. And so I called up Heckler & Koch, and they was like, well, it can be a problem with light loads, and basically they told me to take the gun and bounce it off the bumper of my truck or something, take the stock and the, the butt pad and hit it against something hard, and the inertia would cock the second hammer. And I thought, well, that's an $800 gun, and you have to bang it against something to get it to. And they said the problem should should correct itself after it was broken in. But I thought that, and if not, they would repair it. But I thought, I paid $800 for this shotgun. I have to bang it against the bumper of my truck to reset the second barrel. So, just because you pay a big price for something, and and it's got a good name, doesn't mean that it's going to be what you expect it to be or work the way it should. That being said, Hatfield refused to pay to have the gun shipped back. The Citadel cost basically the same as the Hatfield, and they picked up the tab for shipping it back. So it's all about the company. And I was watching another video the other day. Shit. Why can I never say his name? Opry Ray. Opry Outdoors. Anyway, sorry. I'm butchering your name, but I can never pronounce it correctly. It doesn't come to mind when I want to try and say it. Opry Ray. Anyway, he done a video on shotguns for home defense, and how he'd gotten some negative comments about a shotgun being ineffective, and as YouTube gun video makers, there's so many channels out there with so much misinformation. I mean, and there are a lot of new shooters out there that don't know any better. And all I can say to that is anybody who doubts a 12 gauge's ability has never seen the devastation that a 12 gauge can produce up close, and it's devastating. I guarantee you, across the room distances, a shot from a .223 at 15 feet and a shot from a 12 gauge shotgun, even with bird shot, the 12 gauge is going to leave a hole in you that they can't put back together. So anyway, this is kind of aimed at more new shooters, and what I'm trying to get at is just don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. The bigger channels are catered to their particular type of audience. Those are the people that are going to gravitate to that stuff. The tactical guys that has to have a Glock 97 with a 87 round magazine and 14 extra clips, or you're going to die in a gunfight and a blaze of, it's just, that ain't the way life works. I'm 58 years old. On 2 occasions I've felt like I might need a gun. Of course, now that being said, I don't live in a high crime area. But 99.9% of us gun owners will never have to use a gun in self-defense. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That we don't have to take it upon ourselves to possibly end the life of somebody else to protect ourselves. I consider that a plus. That being said, my best advice for any new gun owner is, regardless of what you're interested in, if you want a shotgun, a pistol, a rifle, is rule number 1, buy the gun you want. Number 2, make sure you can get ammo available for that gun. 3, learn the safety and handling of that gun. And 4, shoot that gun and practice with it. And, that's all you need. I mean, it's pretty simple. And if you're going to conceal carry, make the concerted effort to carry that gun. A gun at home in your nightstand doesn't protect you out when you're walking around. So, decide your needs. Buy the gun you want, regardless, revolver, pistol. You need to learn to handle them all safely, regardless of what they are. Shotgun, buy the gun, learn to handle the gun safely, shoot the gun, and use it for its intended purpose. That's my advice to new shooters. So anyway, guys, just a little update, sitting here on the porch. Thought I'd just come out and chat with you guys and just kind of shoot the breeze. And literally, it's like, this is my way of having a conversation with fellow gun owners. And if you didn't know, boomstick779 had his 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And I think he ended up with over 200 entries. And of course, I'd worked all night. I didn't see the video till the next day. I thought, well, that's a lot of people to enter. My chances are slim to none. But I did win the rifle, and I'm looking forward to getting that because it is a beautiful rifle. And I'm sure all my viewers already watch boomstick779. Probably most of the people that watch me come from his channel. He's always been gracious enough to plug my channel and give me shout outs, and he's just an awesome guy. I've chatted back and forth with him on numerous occasions, and he's just a good old boy that loves his guns and loves shooting, and he's just he's kind of like myself. He's just a working man who loves guns, loves shooting. All right, I guess I've rambled on enough and taken up enough time of your day. And, I appreciate everybody that watches, and if you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. Hit the like button, hit that little bell thing. I got to let you know when I get a new video up. Of course, all that's, we're all free people. You do as you choose, and but I do enjoy I have a lot of viewers that I feel like I know personally, even though I've never met them, just through chatting with them in comments, and there's a lot of great people out there in this community. So, and I just like to take the time to thank y'all, and everybody stay safe, and God bless everybody, and until the next video, we'll catch y'all later.